Hello, you're welcome to my channel again. My name is Wale Adejuiwe. I am an international educational consultant. In this in this video, I am going to be speaking about teachers' creativity. The terrain of education is moving on a daily basis. We are not going to get the same thing that we have been getting in education all the years. We are not going to be having that again. I can tell you that a lot are changing, especially when it comes to the aspect of applying creativity into education. Think about the way you were taught. If you are a teacher or you are an educator, if you are a school owner or you are head of school, think about the way you were taught when you were in school. You discover that the realities in the environment is not the same as when you were in school. There is a strong possibility for you to want to use the method at which you were taught or the method that you were exposed to through education. There is a tendency for you to want to use that to work. However, it is very important for you to come up with a better one, putting into consideration what we are going through currently as a nation or as a society. If you look at it very well, it was not possible to have certain things during the time when you were taught. And teachers' creativity is simply about how teachers can apply creativity in the communication of their information, passing of the content, and then how we structure activities in the classroom to ensure that the children get the best that they can from the information that you have. And on this, I'm going to be speaking about the type of teachers that we have. You see, it's very, very important to understand that there are 4 types of teachers in every school. Or if you're a teacher and you are listening to me, you are in one of these 4 categories. Number 1, and the basis of putting them is on the basis of willingness and ability. My attention today is to let you understand the place of ability and the place of willingness. Some teachers are willing, but some are not able. Some are able, but they are not even willing. But what we want together for you to become a creative teacher is for you to have ability to create and you are willing to create. So it starts from a teacher that has low willingness and high ability, and that is the people we call the reactive teacher. We have the reactive teacher, according to what we have in this my slide. We have the reactive teacher, we have the proactive teacher, we have the interactive teacher. Interactive teacher is the teacher that when you look at this, when it comes to willingness, it's very high, but when it comes to ability, it's very low. They are so willing to be creative. The only problem is that they don't have the ability to be creative. That is the interactive teacher. Then when we talk about the creative teacher, we are talking about the teacher that is very high on willingness. They are willing and then they are also able. And that is what it is. That is what we talk about when we talk about creative teacher. Creative teachers are willing and also they are very able. Now, the essence of this program and this video is to bring us to terms with how we can be creative and how we can be willing to do so. I have seen a lot of teachers who possibly would have been very, very creative, and the children will have been so interested in education and what they are teaching. But the real problem is that they are not willing. They feel it's a waste of time. They feel it's going to waste our time. They feel, let me just quickly teach in the period that I have. Some people feel that they don't even have the time. What time do we have to be creating group activities or participation or anything? Because we don't have the time. However, the time is there. The time is there. It will first start from your will. Willingness of a teacher matters. Okay, so I said that creative teachers are the ones that are willing to create and then they are able to create. Okay, so in the place of willingness, what do I mean? They foster creative places. How do you know that you're a creative teacher? In the site of willingness, you are the one that fosters creative places. You make sure that the place that you are using, the classroom, is creative. It's not a disorganized class. You achieve maybe an arc or a different seating arrangement than what you have been used to. Also, you gather knowledge out of your space. You ensure that every space means something. Everything that you do has a meaning, and this is very, very important. Quickly, there are different ones. Then in the part of abilities, when you look at abilities, the use of instructional material. So we don't just have a teacher that foster creative places or that try to make sure that the whole place is creative, decorating the classroom, but the teacher also use instructional materials when teaching. As much as possible, instructional material is very, very important. 20th century instructional material are different from 21st century instructional material. You have to understand the instructional materials that are used right now in the 21st century, and you try as much as possible to put it. Then the last one is inquiry-based learning. You must help the children to think. Children must not be taught what to think, they must be taught how to think. Because in them is genius on how to think. So it's very important for you as you are working on your creativity as a teacher, and which is one of the skill or one of the 21st century teaching skill. You must ensure that the learners get out of your class better every day and every time. Thank you very much. I'm going to stop here for today. Do join me in other episodes of videos on school development. Thank you.